Is an award-winning and visionary electronic musician, cyber artist, photographer, and author who has been a master of his craft for over 2.5 decades. After graduating from Columbia University in 1996, Philbin has been based in New York City, Jerusalem, Miami, Remote Island in the southwestern Pacific, and now lives in northern Israel, where he is artist in residence. Philbin Talbert has been producing music, writing since he began his prolific 26-year career in 1996 with the ambitious Double Mirrors anthology, which includes a book, photos, slideshows, soundtrack, and one of the only artist websites still online since 1996, doublemirrors.com. Philbin was also on
Kalau fashion home, this is the movie. Just a música de fun to the fire. Inayaku, my brother see
Half a day, buenas dan saludo para todos si maniku. Winigi programan Marianas Agupa. Sabado, tayo pa din skinit oran alas 9 gagan. Este oran alas 11. Undang kululu na kulu para todos Samsung ni maniku. Winigi 100.3 FM. Ritutumulo questi di TuneIn Radio. Dan lokwi Marianas Agupa YouTube dan Facebook. Bonito na hali, pago na dia kanero, September dia 30, 2023. Después de mapanyagon Hesus Cristo. At isinya man malefek na palabra na ginin difunto Monsignor Antonelli isay na o binimbisi antinya. Ilag niya ginin guiza dan giza guiza. At isinya man malefek na pino niya. Baila, datapan sige mo na gwini. Data sustenit, pago na sabalo, gi trungkon at magoso. Maulig yan, no? Para ilumukit ni. Man malefan, no? Pago na dia. Lo, antisa, apa niya si tapan sige mo na gwini, daw na talang, no sesti huzong, nahunggan. Tadis kukuti siya gwini asunto, no parewa para un kinadidat wala bay na hanapan no hanapan di no hanapan na loluit ko na bay asunto siya na man uhuzong gi halumisengsong gi gobernamento ta gi masya mono esti lo sinenbad ko esti inadingan ginin hita todo nato pinhinasos ang pinagtaso na futuro para turudusit na manggagigwin na bonitong isla. So, at isa dito pansige mo na gwini daw na tanawain daw kululu na saludo para isigenti siya pinini na humuhugwi siya programata at sabalo siya man malefek na anonymous donor daw kululu na saludo dan si Zuus Masi puto dia zudu gwini maski 14 anyos di man mahugwihid gwini Diabetes Prevention Foundation loke si Dus Mase. Tober Foundation Don Kululu na si Dus Mase loke. Si DylanTober.com sa tanahudso nga ito na latest na soundtrack winigi promota. Dan loke malada talang sa sti humuhukwi time check para bago na Sabado gi oran alas 9 talulu gi kilo sa Stefanielos.
Ikumit siyang tinamon dyan hinimlo. I-brog the pharmacy dyan sentro ng maulik na hinimlo. Pronto dyan listo na servisyon amo para hinimlo. Aga 233 amon 233-2668. Email is over prescription brogmeds@gmail.com. Mababagin ng Lunes, esta Viernes. Inili oran alas 9 giga, esta oran alas 6 giga, Sabado. Inili oran alas 9 giga, esta oran alas 1 ginagawa ni Tago. Ang 233-2668.
Alright, Bravo Farms and Wellness Center can check at 9:01 bago na Sabado. Namugaman malefa para in review amot midzo. Garapan kagman sa ninoy mo na ramas kita dandan. Talo Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center. Review amot midzo. Garapan kagman o sinoy mo na ramas talo kita dandan. Alright, kumusiya aturidad. Lokwe malada tadang no sa stream na hunggan Garapan Public Farmers Market na manggay siya man presko na kiniseta ni Lanso mga man malefan no ginin Lansiruta parewa Lansiro dan Suminterero na guna gwagwa ning kuno di ulamasa ginin Pangwaluan dan Lokwe ato siya man mumuksay presko siya na no gaga na mangi takano apesti baboy dan guaca dan po siya lokwi pescadota man sa sono agwini us mga man malefa masya monoesti na nasyon dong kululu na onro para tulos adusye produdusi ning kanota kumuuno na imas onraw na so iparang produsi ning kanomo. So mga mambalepa, Garapan Public Farmers Market at Sexipola sino si Leroy. Alright? I-otro bini, i-ace air conditioning. Ano kaganaw ni television nidzo. I-ace air condition kung siya yaturida para manaligran air conditioning ikaritamo agang wato si Aimee. Kaya gitar tatin italusu Garapan. Mambalepa niya, no? Pagkatangin buwan may help pa luta mga mananato saga di Puro Garden Rota Hotel sexy kin o sinusirit kaya gikanton Pasig malipan nito Puro Garden Rota Hotel iklema bago na Sabado Panilos taza mas como Joten Market sa department stores shop loco shop Joten mga malifa iklema na hinihigwi para pago na Sabado Panilos 82 igradua para pago na Sabado lagi sinya hulo para minay peña unggan man dang sungita pago maski 78% pero gay gigwenaw humidity imanglo gininhadza logo lutan gi 8 mizas gi ora kau para utantan wihitan pago no maski 30% sansa na prohoto mga sa parao tanwi depois humanawa sempre kasi nigi para pago na Sabado talo mapatumagi no kini ni Joten Market sa department store shop local shop Joten nigi claim na Panilos wala datapan sige mo nagwini sa hunggan ability solution lokwe no t-shirt na huusa talo dong kulo na si Masi commercial air conditioning systems gi islan aguaham so mga man malefa sanging guaha kumpanya mo gwini da sinya man odaw ninig man maulik siya ang contact ability solutions para hamzo weno gi islan guaham mga malefa natin sa ability solution. Alright? Mala apan niya sa tapan sige mo nagwinig programan Marianas Agupa. Alright. Wasya gini kulo para tanah hujung para tulus ato siya sumililibra ihanin mapanigun niha gini na Simona si Governor Palacios. Happy birthday kulo. Tuwa nagagi Amerika. Yung sago ko si Pimatuy data Governor Tatilo. Happy birthday kulo para hago. Na si Zeus kung unay mas maulik no hinimlo mo para mo na siya mas takadzo neste. Manggaygi siya na trupson ay siya nila mas no sinay kiluluk ekonomiya nigi islata da inigi na divisea para ho governor do mas maulig sinintemo si Justice Perry Inos lokwi dong kululu na kulo para ho sa prewa isay na uninay lokwi mas maulig na bendisyon na siya mas do man ajuda si justisya especialmente ho na unsilelibra ihanin makanunong Justice Perry Inos. Yagata si Sharon Rabago, lokwi, daong kululu na kulo para hago Sharon. Pwede umas maulik lokwi sinintemo. Ay doko goddaughter, sana lokwi sa si May Atalik. Alright, si May Gislan Guaham. Happy birthday kulo, May. Lori San Nicolas lokwi. Happy birthday kulo para hago Lori San Nicolas. Si Juanita Mindiola Lokwe. Happy birthday kulo para ako Juanet. Isay na Lokwe din ay mas maulik yung lomo. Si Patrick Takay, nagunumay kukaw. Happy birthday kulo. Si Senate President Edith De Leon Guerrero. Stiga Lokwe. Okay? Happy birthday kulo. Isay na Lokwe. Dinindisi mo na gikarira mo. Senate President Edith De Leon Guerrero. Sililiban po. Ihanin mapanagunya. Rose Wilson, dito Texas. Happy birthday kulo. Panahago Rose, sa ginubi kukaw. Rita Di Mapan, happy birthday kulo. Lokwe, panahago. Si Ching Hokuk, wena papa luta, happy birthday kulo. Si Walter Manglonia Lokwe, ha, si Lilibra. Ihanin mapanagunya. Happy birthday kulo, Walt. Si Maiko Manglonia Lokwe, happy birthday kulo. Vera Di Oro, happy birthday kulo para hago. Hago Lokwe, Jack Buekes, tingin may kukaw dandan, happy birthday kulo. Si Connie Torres, tingin may kukaw, happy birthday kulo para hago. Elisian Chargulaf, happy birthday kulo para hago. Janice Tenorio Lokwe, happy birthday kulo. Dan si Taan Di Mapan, happy birthday kulo. Naging wahag, wala pa natatsek, binigi elektrisidad taranas inadingan ko waha. Alright, happy kulo para si Peter Santos Loki Island Guam. Unwesti na no intensyon na para kanyat biloki gikapasidad hinira na abogao, pwede no successful si Peter. David Herrera Loque, para hago, buenas. Biba Sabalo, para hago Loque, alright. Puro si familia Loque, si Dave Herrera, Gadbo na Island Guaham. Alright, pues mela, natapan sige mo na gwini. Pago na hawa niya panilos kwa special na bisitanta para tapanita gi oran alas 10 pago. Dituton niya sti kung bibda mawagi si Justice Perry Inos lo guaha no tinani niya gi islan tinian para BI papa. O sempre gumay gi gwini si Sonia Camacho. Dan si Mr. Patrick Quimby ginin isi na may judiciary. Para ta skupi didi justisya Huffman na society wiligi ramas justisya dan sililibra lokwes di council tomorrow Carolinian Council Month wa siya asunto para tanak hujung pus pagdana tanangga bisitata di oras na las 10 no anunsyo para todos samzo finila isa di kan hall winigi asunto na igigitiso ni natingan paguna sa siya often masusedi giman mamamayla siya na semana. Otro semana para guaha Farm Food Grant Program workshop di Oktubre dia 1, 2023 waktu di Northern Marianas College room J15 kinindudo si na increase program gratis para ato siya igwa interest niya manaplika Farm Food Grant Program. Okay, pues ang igwa interest mo Oktubre dia 1 2023 Gini oran alas 9 hasta oran alas 10 ka. Room J15, Northern Marianas College. The loquit di Oktubre dia 15. Pareho na ora, 9 to 10 a.m. Pareho na kwarto J15. Okay, the interest mo por siya na gratis, man matsalala po nuzong, bisita kwarto Alright, kasi nigi na asunto para pao na sa pinini na panielos asunto federal budget. Daw na tana po na didi sa bulas siya no kinalamteng niya bulas no dalalak niya siya naging mahutson gobernamento federal lami kay na anak fansenglong gi karirata mo na pues inigi masusesidi sa tilacio hasta lamo na gi Timpota gi urata tomorrow standard time September dia 30 ultimo muha gi midnight sa jangiti mapasa sa taonsa sinya man inefekta maski 2 milyon na militar siya maski 1.5 milyon na kudnaleron federalis ti mapasa mahapatitiki speaker di Sampapa Naguma Kongreso ng Estados Unidos 21 kumontra si Speaker McCarthy para nagwaha fondo para kinadgamo na lokwi budget 2024 na sakan law ezo na proposo para kinadgamo na 30 dias dididi para mapatintiyaw estilo ni enaw ti mapasa umaanok na tinahong pwetsa si Speaker Pelosi gwa siya man gugong mismo Republican ti masuporta Speaker como Republican lope usgwa inatsak federalis gwa lumalaylay no budget proposal ginin isang hilo na guma Senate Estados Unidos Kongreso Amerikano sa siya muna malasa sa pwede izigi humananaw na ilingya bipartisan todo man saunaw ato siya malago ato siya parewa no opposing party Democrat and Republican manapan siya muna malago niya hapa siya parapan mautot hapa siya parapan manaw mas zan para siya upan manaw ato siya na nasyon manggagi otro nasyon otro na no lugar nigi siya malait na man lalag no suzong na hapan na tisinya mismo taw-tawta solidanon Amerikano kasi nigi inatsak siya mo na no bula siyempre malinefekta tanto week WIC na programa programan food stamp naging tihumana na weste sa matwa mga gano dalalag niya gwini sa high effecta sa pilopi manaw tawta pues pwede no antisa di fakto linya when the clock strikes midnight di tempun zan hianin niya September dia 30 Eastern Standard Time no zati mapasa pues paki itong kiko waha di problema winigi islata esta sige muna no esta mapasa esta Dilatio esta muna parokinat ka muna ipudmat na no sidisyo para islata waha loki manggugunggong gwini islata sa gwasya tinahong na ifinaisin niya di kabalis ifinaisin sa kapasidad gobernamento na para no nagwahazi Frankas para adyo siya na sidisyo no tinahong nina halong i-gobernamento. Yan libes niya, no? I-private sector loki, tinahong mo na kinalanting niya na iparaufan man na posimas ki ginagagaw. Kasi nagi na sitwasyon na manggaygilo kuhit, ginigi islata, at sitsigitit esti siya, di karirata mo na parata atendi siya necesidad, especialmente ihunalero siya. Waha siyempre siya man makat no oran niya sa tinahong fondo para kinatgamo na este. Pues hunggan kau paraon na mapnot katsunesmo kumo ramas gobernamento igastos siya inigi siyempre na direksyon na manggaygihit. No tiban matsutsuli siyempre mo na kareta para igima no inigi siyempre siya man matsaba igaston gasolina dan gaston biyahe para ototono siya. Siyempre man apansisid bimas alamlin elektrisidad winigi tararanas inadingan pinot sa muro na siya man adingan through Zoom telephone dan siya na teleconference sa makat para ta ufan umana panhono siya. Yan libes niya no makata para ufan pansidbi siya na sa lapi federal loki man mafufundo siya man mananay mo gifundo programa gini ni federal program sa kafa sa zangin ma-shutdown loki federal government. Siya ha-sustain siya kinalamting fondo para siya na programa man manana federal programs. Us parewa ni na loki down kuno na problema. Otro wini na daw na tana hutso nga no wini na si Mona Guasya bisita. Magmagto magi na para organisa alliance inatuktuk kompanya wini non-profit ne para kan maajuda siya lansero gua magto dokto si Dr. Ted ginin Hawaii na igwa didi no presentasyon niya para lansero wini Guaman matuluki ginin Island Guam Sustainable Guam Program dan Island Hawaii para mapati mo na gratis na man matsutsuli magi law man require inibliga siya man manuli no gratis na para upati mo na ufan mamatinas alliance kompanya partner para ufan kumi dan siya manggaygi ko ni slata kumo man magdudusi haw ningkano farm service. Pues bien, no, sta sige mo na no malasa, tapi man manapan mafno ito nizo na isinya gumamas inadsudo pues gua video by lang nus no. Pud na asunto. Wini na si mga lokoy humujong nagwaha magatsa the down pulo na congratulations para sina may customs na man magatsa siya man nanahalom siya bineno ice methamphetamine sigun gikinatkulan i-customs umaano na 1.8 milyon pesos balinya manapan halom gibutidjon dangis apanelos za no ahi ti maingraned halom pures siya no liquid no za tilasyo Siyempre matsuwin na logo o sino wa process na para mapa no Kristo siguro binipos wa kinimprindin niya gibandan no chemical na sinya matsuwin no ano na sigun ginin izo ta custom officers na man magatsa matsaba na kinalamting kau guaha no kumpanya sumutsuwis winid za git na patitinas para mana Kristo liquid sinya no sinimbat ko congratulations sa sumuay no gihalong sengso 1.2 milyon balinya no na butidjon dangis jay sinagwande no kalanhanom za Kristo methamphetamine sigun ano ma analisa. Pues okay, pues hindi akanigos para pa ako na sabalo kuha gini pa ako mahalom gini Women's of Destiny para waha car wash fundraisers para maajuda ato siya loki na pamalawan iman mamadedisig ni pamalawan ta data kumprendiya na sen ifamalawan taza bali niya ilalay kus naging malago kung panajuda winigi Women's of Destiny gwa car wash fundraiser otro Sabado ginini oran alas 9 hasta oran alas 3 Shell gas station giza Puerto Rico okay sige Apanilos, tanahusong Steve video banazan tanalom sigwela agatete para pasalista lokwi half gagi kitot niya disposed niya no panharap pa tinian dan si Senator Singh antisa yung halom ni bisitata tapan adingan pud asuntun UFC fighting with the company ST tagwi UFC Ultimate Fighting competition na gumugwid sa ikabesa si Senator Singh giislan tinian tapan adingan po din no nagatpanta pa atang ko guahag ni outro ito sa dita play dun na video alright mas mala ta play din na video pinini na dita na from si wala agatete.
Alright, good morning farmers. Morning. Welcome to our workshop. This workshop is hosted by one of the programs that have been assisting most of the farmers. It's called the Shuttle Crop Block Grant Program, and it's separate from the micro grant. So today we're going to be focusing more on sustainable, ecological, and regenerative agricultural systems. So first, we wanted to invite you guys to our workshop, and appreciate that you guys took the time to come in and attend the workshop. There are other folks that are coming, but we can go ahead and get started with them. But first, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today. We have Dr. Deb Radafish. He's from University of Hawaii, Manoa. And he's been around the world. He's been to Maldives, India, right? Africa. So we wanted to bring in someone like him so that he can also share his knowledge with us to help improve our farming practices. So, and I ask that you have, full attention to our guest speaker, and Ted, we'd like to welcome you to SciTech.
Thank you. I was waiting for Charles to give me the mic, but I guess I have my own mic here. Okay, hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Usually, people can hear me in the back, but I'll try to use this. You guys can hear me back there, all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Should I not use it then?
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been accused of being soft-spoken, Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm born and raised on Oahu in Hawaii, Waimanalo, which is a Native Hawaiian community. We have a lot of Filipino and other communities there as well. I have so I was at FFA, Future Farmers of America. So since high school, I was interested in agriculture. I've been faculty at the University of Hawaii for almost 20 years now. I have a three-way split. So most of my time is spent working with farmers and industry. I also run a research program, and I also teach a few classes. So I'll be missing a couple of classes this week, but that's okay. And as Charles mentioned, I have traveled. I've been blessed to be able to travel quite a bit, including to Saipan and CNMI. Last time I was here was 30 years ago. Yeah, big difference, that. So I really enjoyed tuba. So one of the first things we did yesterday was get some tuba. And so the place doesn't, I'm sure it has changed, but it looks very similar to what I remember. Yes.
What kind of tuba?
Coconut.
The sweet one or the?
Oh, the strong one.
The strong one.
The 3-day-old.
Malon. Okay. Buenas no wahan no estima workshop yung manggaigi pa mo binigi lawlaw no kau apa sinintin mo ko sinya inajuda ho na informasyon
Bula the walukeno sa anisya pulisti fertilizer I paujilan unut ya goftulu padijan jadinya pucek si Charles. I Pogelan experiences ta. Dan ni bonus para Hawaii ni usodda todo i mera ni hotel. Zigi long ma pleasure. The Pogelan dress class in space, cemento dan fertilizer.
No, istilah na workshop, maulik siya na judo gi lanso.
Basta bula ekuro di nono nga gaga siya ni upuni otro gaga ta-respeta lo i mas no concern ni apatsa lo final de step apatsa siya bidula la ko
Mag-ikin to si normal si Manny.
Manny Blas, Captain Blas.
Alright, Jesus Mosing. Okay, mag-ikin to si pagod ang si Mrs.
Lucy Norita Shilling.
Shilling. Ako, Molika, Mrs. Shilling is still na workshop ibandan lansero. Pagod na iparatapan mapanagwe.
Kofchahu este i workshop. Sestina i workshop. Para ilanjero ni guaha cuestione mas pamatungo pudi wida ichicho tanya nalanjero jangen mandanya hitodo zaman share ijota knowledge no ay na buninito no.
Alright, pues bonito. Damala nata apa? Gua lunch bini.
Wa sige talo mo na jaw sa freelance.
Alright.
Wanted to put more resources to strengthen those systems.
And so they put out an RFP about a year ago. It was I think it was about last fall, yeah. And so they said we want to create these regional food business centers around the country, and you guys figure out what regions you want to have. Like, so they didn't give a specification, but it said it's got to be more than one state or territory, or it's got to be a network. And so a lot of people said, what a great opportunity, Solid Harmony, we know you guys, Local Food Alliance, this seems like a great opportunity for you guys. And so we started thinking about it and reaching out, and we had people reach out to us from like California, West Coast, and we were like, this doesn't really feel like we have that much in common with you guys as far as the agricultural system. And so we got connected with people here, people in Guam, people in Puerto Rico, and we said, oh, this feels more like the similarities. And so in the end, USDA took all the proposals and picked 12 regions. So this kind of shows there's basically 10 regions on the continent. The 11th region is us, and then the last one is this intertribal. So that serves the entire U.S. Anybody with that, so we could go over that as well.
Any question about this map? So what we're saying is we're part of a group of 12 regional food business centers. We're the one down here, and our name is Islands and Remote Areas Regional Food Business Center.
Yeah, thank you.
It includes Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. It includes American Samoa, CNMI, Guam, Hawaii, and Alaska. Okay. And so in these regions, we're working with different nonprofits to reach out to our farmers. In Hawaii, we have the Hawaii Good Food Alliance. In this region of the South Pacific, we're working with Guam Sustainable Culture, and that is why we're here today. In Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands, we're working with the U.S. Virgin Islands Good Food Coalition. In Alaska, we're working with Alaska Food Policy Council. And throughout these years, we're all going to engage in activities to learn from each other, but also help to secure more resources together.
And the people that Sally mentioned are really the leads for each of those sub-regions. But then those, like we are here today, like Wuhan Sustainable Culture is here to then reach out further. And so we're really trying to be the liaison between these lead partners at USDA. So all the administrative, bureaucratic paperwork, like we deal with that so that our partners can really deal with or can interact closely with our communities, hear the needs, and then implement on the ground. So that's kind of the structure.
Alright, po sa STSD Apanelos na no Filipino niya, English alliance para kumi siya iman manay gratis ginin Hawaii man manda na developi pati hujung remote island communities manakon sauno lansero Guam sustainable no farm gisan Guam dan magtumagi panatuk farmer association binigay sa iban. Stig pwede firma itratos sa ginitenaw na siya mas manajuda lansiruta para upudusi at siya loki na ningkalo emisaryo no sa maulik para ikinimlota. Okay, po siya niginaw sa niya siya mamayla pwede di man tumagi kini University of Hawaii na man mafanana siya lansero half na klasin amot siya man apan sitbid dan no taymano na para una mas produsi itinanom mo gilanso. Sige, masusedi mo din na semana sinhap na detensyon mala sa tanakihalom si Guela Agatete Apanelos sa tanahalom esti sa Guabisita Taloki di oras alas 10 Northern si Guela Agatete si Senator Singh después ay Jonathan Nanggay Bisitata lo sinimpat ko mala sa yes ta si Guela Agatete. Buenas, Guela Agatete, konsigimo na?
Hey Glenn, bonito egan dinigam sosum zan fresco. Hafaday todo samjo ni mane kung ginini sangkatan na isla siya Saipan, Tinian, Luta, zan ni mane kung loki gi Estados Unidos principalmente mamis zan gadbo na islang Guahan. Hafaday todos iketo mensahe para pago na sabalo isigenti siya. Pinenina segundo gobyerno muna hujung palabra put para ukunsoila si Governor Lou Leon Guerrero dan ifamilya niya. Segundo gobyerno Justin Orio hanafan manunungo todo familia manatungo dan hinirat publiko winigita kuahan na hadinguhin si Eugenia Calvo Leon Guerrero nanani gobyerno as Lou Leon Guerrero gidamengo na hani September 17. Sumentristi este na tiempo para si gobyerno Lou Leon Guerrero dan y familia niya pwede ugaygi si Tan Eugenia gi halumihad din isayna dyan udiskansa gi minago finagway sa zampas. Kumuha esperensya linala i tempong gera si Tan Eugenia nanambiha dyan tiset na nanambiha. Hamaneha mo na i principal linala niya gihilo inagway sa familia karidad dan sincero na manmaulik na tsoso siya gilinalanya. Si Tan Eugenia, asagwan ni difunto as Jesus Leon Guerrero, ha-focus linalanya umatendi dan pumaksay i famagonya, jaha ajujuda i familia niya. Aktibo gi halumi komunidad, gi diferente siya na aktibidad. Sumasano gi membro ni Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association, aktibo gi Democratic Party of Guam, zan membro gi Haganya Court, Our Lady of Cameron, gi Catholic Daughters of America. Talo para si Magahaga as luzan ni familia niya, si Jesse Leon Guerrero zan ni familia niya, zan i familian difunto as Tony Leon Guerrero, may stetendi undangkulo ng konsolasyon in kwenta gininihirat Guam, pwede o diskansa gitay hinekog na pas. Segundo is SNP Clinic Surgery Sponsorship Program. I-programa ni Spay and Nurture Islands Pets, which is the SNP, dyan ni Departamento ng Agrikultura, dyan ni Gain, manmago para uha anunsya dyan is South Pacific Petroleum Corporation, SPPC, put para unagwaha mas ansu na oportunidad para i-munisisita serbisyo ni SPAY, dyan nurture, para i-ganyiha galago. I-propositon este na programa put para umaribaha igalago ni man matsalik dyan suturo gihalumi komunidad. Importante na umasuheta ipiligro dyan tsenot ginin igalago ni mantaya reglo. I-SPPC kumpanian is 76 na gas station dyan ni Circle K na tenda ma-promete para umasapota dyan may sponsor i-programa ni SNP. I-SPPC para fana iguatu gi medikong gaga ni manisisita na material para operasyon igalago siya. Todo residenteng guaham ni manresisibi ajudo publiko mangkwalifikaw para umapasiji balin 50 pesos kontra para uapasin na biyo iganyiha galago. Imisyon este na programa pud para umaribaha inumerong galago kululonya ajo siya iman matalik mandadaw jan manggay tsinut ja mampiligo para itaw siya gihalom komunidad. Otro na serbisyo tat kikomodulog rabies, microchip, jan cones, sempre matara mas apas para este na serbisyo. Kudos para i-medikong gaga as Dr. Mariana Turner sa tay finak po animunya ni para ualigaw tay manu para ufan maajuda itaw-taw munafan homlo mas iganiha. Pago, siyempre manlibre itaw-taw ni para una fan ma seg iganiya galago sa guaha didi ajudo. Janginon nisisita este na serbisyo sinyo na agang watu telefon 671-988-94 uno gini ni oran alas 9 gigan este oran alas 3 gi taluami. Tiset, si Caviteris malago na para baba oportunidad tourism winigi sa Guam. Ihagas gobyerno ng Guahanas Caviteris hakekitsogi una cosa ni tanem matsogi para umatsogi gwinigi sa Guahan. Hakeki kombensi igonabentamenton iza Amerika para uapreba i-programan visa waiver para Guam dyan CNMI para itaw Filipinas ni para ubisita dyan ufan bakasyon gwinigi sa Guam dyan iza Marianas. Benta para upalinuji este na plano sa Guiza pago i-presidente ni Guam Visitors Bureau zahatsagi amano isinya para ufan ali dyan iman magas iza Filipinas para ufan akomprendi pod este na asunto antes di umaaringani i-presidente ni za Amerika as President Joe Biden. Gwiniha gi ultimon Agosto na mes si Guterres manali dyan nos kwantos na manmagas Philippine National Congress pud para umaplanuji dyan mana kumfon ni si President Marcos ni para konsigi dyan ufaisin Amerika para uma-approve i-visa waiver. I-visa waiver, siyempre para una libre itaw-taw Pilipinas para usa ipasapote niya pud para ubisita sa Guam pad Marianas para karada na tempo. Manhonggi si Senyor Guterres, Jesse Lujan, dyan i-representante ng Amerika as Jim Moylan na i-visa waiver siya inajuda hinat sa mas ekonomiya ni sa Guam. Dangkulo na kudos para este tres caballeros ni man animo man manaligaw manera di para umaset o sadba i-presente na pinadesen ekonomiya ma-espereren siya gi-islata siya. Mina 4, guaha 200 na jornaleros manisisita para fan manajuda después di jinilang ipagjun mawar. I-administrasyon Leon Guerrero Tenorio sigiha manmangoni jornaleros siya para i-programan i National Dislocated Work Grant pud para umanai sa potasyon ja ufan mafamaulik tati siya ijinamag ipagtun mawar. Todo iman ma-emplea gi papaesti na programa para ufan mapega gi Departamentum Parks and Recreations, Departamentum Public Works, jan Iguam Environmental Protection Agency Debris Management Side. Ikategorian tsotso para community program aides, laborers, jan labor supervisor. Manisisita 200 na taw-taw. Permit para ufan makoni o mafan konsidera para ufan ma-emplea gi sigente siya na istaon taw-taw. Para ado siya itemporaryo o sino permanente mantay chito pud iginin ipagsun mawar. Tumay chito 12 panmaski 26 semana na tiempo ni animo manaligo chito lao ti manyonyoda. Iprograma ti maatan kau sududanong ginin manu hau magi. Kontat ki residenting Guam hau, janggay ID card hau, ginin i gobernong Guam, jan kumplito todo i ginagagaw na informasyon, sinya kwalifikaw hau para i programa. Isweldo ginin 11.17 centimos, está i 13.59 centimos gi hora. Sinya ma-emplea hau, hulu está 6 meses na tempo. Janginin tirisaw hau, agang watu i oficina ni Major, kada songsong o sino, agang watu i Mayor's Council of Guam, gi telefon 671-472-694 o sino 671-477-8461. Lokwe, sinyaw na kang watu i Guam Department of Labor gi telefon 671-475-7000 or 001. Mensahe ginin luta. I-specialty block grant program ma kondukta gizaluta na workshop. Estiha i September 27 managwahay special na workshop gizaluta pod bandan tinanong. Itopiko ni man madiskuti pod i agroecology jan ecological practices of farming. Iotro i aplikasyon i organic fertilizer jan EGET organic fertilizer. Lokwi EG aquaponic system setup and maintenance. Iproposito neste na workshop para ufan maeduka ilanceros hafasiya na praktiko sinya matsogi gibandan tinanong. Man mafanagwi lokwe pod mausan abono jan amot tinanong siha. Jan lokwe para ufan ma-training o sino kumbensi lanceros para mapraktika i ecology. Tatki komo mana alapat tinanong siya gimismo tireno, mana atagwi tinanong gimismo tireno, mamatinas mulching materials jan aplikasyon organic na abono gi tinanong. Iotro, irota CUC. Urisibi kopyan katan senator po para i-CUC. Ni kapha si Senator po Manglonya, nahakataji i-acting executive director as beditor lahi pud istawn i-genereta gi-CUC gizaluta. Guaha jumama atensyon Senator po pud estina asunto sa seryoso ti mega tumungo imasusesidi gi-presenti gizaluta. Elek niya na size guaha na genereta, kada uno kapasidad niya 2.5 megawatt Mitsui. Lao gi-presenti uno nga kalalamting gi kapasidad 1.5 megawatt ni esta maski 40 anyos na binihon makina. Tinoy mo este na problema, lao haga sa i-problema, mananangga action CUC para umasad balaw estapago taza aksyon. Lasiso na sumalamlam ikandit kwatkwet ora gido semana na tati na tiempo. Jangin I único kalalanting na genereta sen matay. Sempre todo gobernamento, business, siha jan ito toluta manggaigi todo gi halum pomhom. Jangin taja otro na genereta para u setbi itaw toluta, sempre tinaka tiempo para umaripea o sino machuli otro na genereta masya put para una kalanting ipam hanum para itaw-taw. Por esta razón, si Senator Paul Manglonya hatugi I acting executive director as Beditor Lahi, jajama immediatamente I attention niya, put este na problema. Giza luta, cosa ki umana siguro na safu, jan maulik todo, jatiyo fan ma kompromiso itaw-taw siya. Lope, hamensyona, I-public lands, pwede dos na 1 megawatt genereta na gaigigilugad I Rota Resort. Si Senator Paul Hasosujo, acting executive director, para ualigo empeño ja umausa para ispea jangin siya kaso na sumen majulang I-presente na genereta. Sempre siya hakubri necesidad itaw-taw luta. Y otro semana ha, Bamamayla ibisita luta. I-programa siya finenina para celebration ibisita luta. Fiestan luta San Francisco de Borja, Fiestan luta. Guapo mana guaha coconut crab competition. Todo siya competition importante na un 18 años. Jan necesario lo que na un registrahaw, jay registrasyon Octubre 5. Gi oran ultimo gi oran alas 12 gi taloani. Coconut crab competition para matutuhon or sino todo kompetisyon aktibidad para matutuhon or makondukta Octubre 16 watu gisengsung Chamorro. Coconut crab competition pinenina matara gi mas makat. Eji mas makat na juju. Finenina na premium 150, segundo 100 pesos y tercer 75 pesos. Y otro en más dangkulo, otra makat, otra dangkulo. En más dangkulo, finenina 100 pesos premiumnya. Mina 2, 75 pesos. Mina 3, 50 pesos. Y otro na actividad para food competition. Manye na kompetisyon. Sempre man professional siya na manfafatinas para mamatinas kelagwin na liling, kelagwin hagaf, kelagwin binado, salang stir fry, kadumpikan ajuju. No hay bueno na utungo pag kadumpikan ajuju. Pues pwede ya infangagi gano sa ingwa san miso na intanya eno siya naman mangi boka. Y otro, mina 3, edi maalo deer horn competition. Gujasti kanilong binado. Ja i-premio siya best horn in mas mauling na kanilong. First prize 150, second prize 100, tercer 75. Velvet skin, first prize 150, second 100, dan third 75. Dan eji otro na kategoria most unique eji lilingnya klasya estige. First prize 150, second prize 100, dan tercer 75. Pues pwede ha ugaha san mizo dan ugaha bakanti loke para imbisita watu islan luta gwini ge mamamayla na simana. Último, Banco Saipan, noticia para todos tautaw gizaluta. Nuevo na hora mabababa Banco Saipan gizaluta. Lunes hasta jueves, nini oran alas 9 giegan, hasta oran alas 12 gitaloani. Gibenis ginini oran alas 9 giegan istay oran alas 4 gitaloani. Estiha na mensahe para pago na Sabalo si Jesus maasi puri tempon medyo maneko zatafan hihita talo di kada Sabalo gwinigi mismo único na estasyon Radio FM 100.3. Adios todos.
Alright, si Guela Agatete Apanielos talo da Jesus maasi Guela Agatete. Gamala sa tapanono papa tinian sa después esta gaigi bisitata man na nanggaha ini. Panahalong si Senator Singh da ulang nusa di waloki masusesiditi niya. Nuevo na komersyante para matutuhon UFC kiniyan. Manatatasagi apa kau gaigi si Senator Singh. Alright. So, Senator Singh. Buenas, Senator Singh. Okay. Utungwa na kalangguan may bueno na kumpanya para managwas din na klasin no servisyo. With the UFC, siya diskuti po din pa ako na Sabalo. So, sige muna. Okay, with the estaw introduce, with the kalang UFC na Ultimate Fighting, no? Para una guahazin no komunidad bueno kalan aktibidad entertainment usa zauna hogo gohago ni
may construction na si Albert na
aha
regard and I don't know how info no gusto na para fight next week, something like that.
Oh, ahi taza magay information nila lo para tinian adi pa face no taza tinian trabya paano
Kapan sa gabi niya sa according as no arrangement para market tinian.
Okay.
Pues kapan niya the return ko. Malago na po ma-coordinate. Maulit na masyado tungkol. So, I want to mention about sa istimista naman halong istimilitan
Nige na.
Number one customers siya. As the matter of fact, siya man mag-produce niya fighter. Si Ibrahim Mandilista Marimos sa mimo.
Ano, na kumpanyan Mr. Alvarez, para managwahas tinian.
Tatsagi pa pa quick sister Liliana, uno maulit na business.
Okay. All right then. Sa trabia tinituho na trabia siya ma-introduce ideo, no?
Na i-black spur iligid ko brand. Malago no ilu mapega sa din tirisaw na fighter ako mag-gusto na number.
Okay.
Sa ang todo ko mo iputo with me that from the options tonight.
Siyempre, Black Spur, tinian, wita para kondukta, i-training para i-tinian fighters. Sige, liling mo, no?
Nag-grupong fighter Sinahatalog na utro no grupo in the future, and I hope so.
Okay. Alright, pues polo sige mo na no umatitude sa ihinalom niya yung militar, bueno, na labo na siyempre do interes na. Siya inajuda mas ekonomiyan tiniyan na.
Right.
Pwede ma-extendi di loki para luta sa tuwa na bula siya manhobin ki papa sa mantinani siyempre no nenaw sa mansuwa ki vision at kahod sa itatungo ko ito siya mambineno na ufansuwa no siya di community na.
Hindi na motibo mo na una na ginigisan ni Mena Rotary para no haatan.
O gano.
Kaya kalagadera gini-struck sa stilo pen.
Gan.
Kasi tawag sa stilo, Mr. Mayor. Parang patatsogi bini napakinis sa public lands dito. Ugos pa yan.
Dan lokwi no senator na no apa zo no gagaw di presenti gi JC's Cafe. Oh, okay. Alright. Pues mali no siya kan malalang susung gi JC Cafe na do mamuk na voice na amang cafe. Do masuporte no sa pwede di in maninazuday manhubin dinafansua gi mantinani gi na aktibidad sa sinya no ribaha pa esti manlusgon wena ki pandan at kahot zan ibineno na us dito no
Attention niya elected officials yan.
Okay.
No blessing no mestisa tanisitas kita kote data tutulong sa stama tumawis na.
Okay.
Mag-briefing ito.
Esta senator po sa by tadi mo sa gua bisita pero halong binigi ora na si Jules Mose na sige talasay no muna. Alright, talo no bonito jo na imapupupuni para i gadbo na islang tinian. Tilasyo si Mr. Alvarez para u pinagniluji jo na para managwa ultimate fighting championship siguro gi islang tinian. Udigwaha siya hinalun imilitar na ginin inaw na siya mas ribahas di siya i pamagunta. Ginin inaw siya i upan suwa gi bineno dyan at kahot siya kumubuano na aktibidad dyan parte no ekonomiya para siya lokwit. No sinhap na detensyon mala na take a break sa gidun tabiray tati. Manhita sempisan si Mr. Sonia Camacho, in judiciary, dan si Mr. Gini na UST dos na bisita ka. Okay. Napalabihatan ito sa Gini special guest, Sonia Camacho, Patrick Quimby. Giora na las 10 lugar. Take a break. Then después tabire tati gini programan Marianas Agupa. Tumawag si talong gini ni time check i Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center.
Ikumit siyang tinawag sa ginin i Bravo Pharmacy sa Centro Maulik na ginin. Pronto sa listo na servisyon amot para ginin lo. Agan watu di 233 amot 233-266. Email ilumo prescription di bravomeds@gmail.com. Mabababagin ni Lunis esta business. Ini oran alas 2 di esta oran alas 6 di Bukoy. Sama lu Bukoy na oran alas 2 di esta oran alauna kinalungan talo. Agan watu di 233 amot 233-266.
It's just one.
All right. Loque maputumawag si gini Jolton Markets and Department Stores.
Is brought to you by Jolton Markets and Department Store. Shop local, shop Jolton. Ikwema pagunahani inakutudian sa i Midtown Jolton sa Departamento Tendency. Shop local, shop Jolton.
All right. Alright. Hanggang sa gumayles testi dos dilancia pada ni palabra de Sonia Camacho, right? Buenas, thank you Sonia. Patrick, how do you pronounce your last name?
Quimby.
Quimby. Okay, so I think I did say that, right?
You did, yes.
All right. Okay. I was expecting our Justice Barry Enos. A lot of people are excited because they've been calling me. And then I guess something happened and he's going to Tinian. But he said, you're gonna be here and with Patrick. So I said, okay, no problem. Okay, so what is this customs, tradition, and the law? Can Sonia go ahead and introduce yourself and your work at the judiciary, and then we'll go to Patrick, and then we can get into the
Good
program.
morning, Glenn.
Good morning.
Masi
Oh,
for
okay.
having us here
All right,
this morning,
speaking in Chamorro.
and our Magic 100 FM team. We
All right.
appreciate the time. I am Sonia Camacho, and I'm the Director of Courts for the CNMI Judiciary. And present with me is our law clerk to the Supreme Court, one of three law clerks there, Patrick Quimby. And we are here to share with your radio listeners and the Commonwealth about an annual program that the judiciary hosts. It's coming up, and it's going to be next Friday at the Guma Justicia here in Susupi. This year we have a different presentation regarding cultural traditions and practices in the CNMI, and it's our first time to sort of offer this particular conversation, and Patrick can go into it.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia, and Sius Mase for allowing us to show on your show today. So basically, this forum will basically describe how customs and traditions are found in the law and how they may arise in the context of the judicial system. So we have a lot of custom traditions that that may not be before the court every now and then, and we want to maybe raise awareness to how they may come in family dynamics, or they may come in probate proceedings, or they may just be they may come before the court in some capacity. So we have members that have personal knowledge on certain custom traditions, both Rafalawash customs and Chamorro customs, and they will be sharing their personal knowledge on how in their life, like how those custom traditions manifested, whether in person or through the law.
Okay, so you're having this what do you call this meeting at the judiciary? When is this going to happen?
It's a cultural day event, and it happens on Friday, October 6th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And what it is the general event. It showcases an array of exhibits, artifacts, arts, handicrafts, and delicacies, reflecting the diversity found in the Marianas, as well as FSM, Palau, Marshall Islands, the US, and Europe. The event is free and it's open to the public, and it's here on Saipan at the Guma Justicia. It will generally be held at the atrium. Once you enter the courthouse, it'll be there. The event is free and it's open to the public. It's also the conversation is structured for the attorneys, but we would like to invite everybody to please join if they can and their schedule permits. More details can be found on our website's homepage at nmijudiciary.gov, or they can call 670-236-9716 for additional information, or they can follow us on the Northern Marianas Judiciary Facebook page. But this year, what is different about our Cultural Day events is we have the panel discussions on customs, traditions, and law for our Chamorro and Carolinian folks here.
So they'll be speaking in Chamorro.
The discussion will be in English, but the panel members will have two groups.
Get in, get out, and speak Chamorro, English, and forth. No? Okay, can you summarize that in Chamorro, Sonia, for our speaking population or listening audience?
I'm sorry, I have to apologize. I do not speak Chamorro, and so all I can say, my husband's Chamorro and my children are Chamorro.
Okay. All right, I thought you're the Camacho.
Yes.
Okay, so your husband is Camacho.
Yes, he is. My husband is Deacon Jeff Camacho.
Oh, okay. It's that. Now I know. What do you call this? We're chef at the Department of Labor.
Yes,
he's still there, right?
He's still there.
Oh,
he's with the governor's.
All right, pues no. What we need question is I'm going to speak in English because Patrick and our audience are Chamorro. I'll try and translate it as much as possible what I understand about your putting forth. Patrick, so if there's an issue with the custom that we practice in our, Chamorro or Carolinian, and it gets to the court, the court would look at this and weigh it and make it.
Well,
because we have the law, written law, right? The American law, the laws in the books, but the tradition or the practices that we have here, the cultural or customary law, if you will, right? How can you integrate that into the decision?
Sure. So I can't speak on what would be before
Of course,
court pending or
yeah.
pending matters, but I can kind of share that there is custom that has been codified into law. For example, with adoption or family law and probate, we do have statutes passed by the legislature that the court will look at if need be. We do also have custom found in our Constitution with Article 12, for example. We have some of the in Article 1, Section 1 says you cannot pass any laws that prohibit the traditional art of healing, right? So there's different avenues of the law that the court can look at and consider, but it really is a case-by-case analysis. So it really depends on the facts as well.
And it would depend on the sitting judge, the justice,
Well,
when they come to decide whether to use that customary law to make a decision, right? Is that?
It is a consideration.
Consideration.
Yes, but it may not be a dispositive factor.
Can you tell me a little bit, Sonia, about the practices of traditional medicine? It does not allow the Suruana and Suruano to. You have any idea on that?
No, but like Patrick alluded to, the existing statutes and provisions in Sinamay law, it paves the way. It has language that promotes that concept because it's part of our custom and traditions for the people
customary.
Here. Yes, in the Commonwealth. The legislature also, through the statute, there is a reference that's embedded in our laws that they have to examine customary practices before legislation is finalized. And so those are some of the important topics across the event that we're hosting on Friday. The format that we're proposing is a question and answer dialogue between the speakers. The Rafalawash panel starts this Friday at 10 a.m. to 11:30.
So it's okay.
And the panelists, the moderator will be Catherine Perry. Our panelists are Lino Olapai, Melvin Faisal, Ramon Tebuteb, Cecilio Raikulpi, and Manuel Manuero. And then the Chamorro panel starts from 12 to 1:30. The moderator for that particular panel is Thomas Mangonia II. The panelists for the group, for the Chamorro panel, are Maria Castro, Genevieve Cabrera, Donald Mendiola, Joey San Nicolas.
Oh.
And the topics, like the traditional healing that you asked about, those will be covered. Because we don't have the background and maybe the experience to speak to them.
On that. Okay.
And so for, if I may, for access to traditional medicines, for example, or healing, we actually have Donald Mendiola on the Chamorro panel to speak about that. So if any of your listeners are interested in that, I highly recommend attending that session.
Yes, very good. And I've heard many of the Suruanos talk about that issue. Yes. And traditionally, they don't want to get paid, for example. Okay, that's the one issue that maybe they can discuss next Friday.
Yes.
Is it because of the statute? See, that's the question that I'm raising, and many of them are calling in about that too. Or is it the work by itself that warrants that we don't want to get paid as a Suruana, for example, right? Or is it because of the statute? Because the way it's written, you can only do it for your family. The way it's written in the law. So if I'm a Zoamte, right, for example, I'm not allowed to go to outside my family to practice that. I can only do it within my own family. And I'm wondering, thinking out loud, that maybe that's one of the reasons why we're not creating an opportunity for the Zoamte to pass that down knowledge to the community, because it doesn't pay. nobody's getting paid because it prohibits them from getting getting a business to, because you cannot apply it to outside the family. You see what I'm saying? But if that opens up, then if someone from Japan wants to experience the traditional healing practice here, and it can be marketed in such a way that the Zoampi can get compensated. Then not only we can promote the the thing. So that's one maybe you can share that with those guys.
Yes, we definitely will. Healing practices
Yes.
is an important part of the fabric of the Chamorro and Carolinian customs and traditions, but also it's not the only one. There's many more others that are embedded in the fabric of our laws and of course deriving from the CNMI Constitution. And we're hoping that this panel gives the community an opportunity to maybe discuss these important topics, because there's ways around approaching what you just said. How do we legislate it? How do we enforce it? How do we pass it down? That's one of the more important things, is how do future generations continue with these gifts that have been there and have time tested and have worked. We're finding, at least in the legal system, that there is no shortage of people who are passing down these important skills and this important knowledge that they have. And we're hoping that through this conversation that we pick up through action.
You have to look at the commercialization of it to an extent, you know. What is Fizong?
Fizong is it's Pion. It's the
Pion.
Carolinian. It's the
Oh.
Carolinian word for the conversation.
Oh,
So in
okay.
Chamorro,
Pion.
it's conversation.
Conversation. Yeah, conversation.
And some people ask us, why do you put the 3 words there in the Guma Justicia, House of Justice in Walawiwe? The Constitution states that there are 3 languages in the CNMI:
right.
English, Chamorro, and Carolinian.
Yeah. Are they going to discuss those issues too? The 3 languages?
Well, they will discuss the customs and traditions based on what the panel will bring up.
Okay.
But it certainly doesn't stop people in the audience from asking
Different kinds of
questions that are relevant to the customs and traditions for our
And I do want to preface, most of our panelists, majority of them are not attorneys. They're coming from their own personal
Sure.
experience.
And that's
And so Donald Mignola, for example, he may
Yes.
have run into those issues with payment of healing, for example, or we have Miss Marie Castro on the Chamorro panel, who's going to be talking about, she's 90 years old, and she is amazing
She's
woman.
a wealth
And
of experience. Yes.
She's going to be talking about the role of family and marriage and the role of godparents.
That's right.
And so we have Cecilia Rakulipi, who's going to be talking about ocean navigation. And so these are just the many array of just customs traditions that I think the issues that you raised, they'll be supplemented in those discussions.
Well, additionally, the panel discussion will also be an opportunity for members of the CNMI bar, the lawyers,
To know.
to earn continuing legal education and more importantly, to know and come to be aware of what are the local customs and traditions and how is it applied and how does it vary between families, between clans, between islands.
Yeah.
The event is particularly beneficial for the attorneys and lawyers who may not be familiar with the local customs and traditions, or they are, but have not heard the different experiences that can impact how they can help their clients.
Great. Manuel Manquerero. He's going to be speaking about the Chamorro side, or?
He's on the Carolinian panel.
Oh,
That's
okay.
on first.
Okay.
So there is 2 panels. The first one is the Carolinian panel, and that's from 10 to 11:30 a.m.
Oh, okay. All right.
Please come join us. It's packed with information, and we're very excited. This is the first time we're doing this. This idea, Glenn, came from Justices John Mangonia, Justice Enos, Judge Govendo, myself, and our Deputy General Counsel attended a Pacific Judicial Conference in Hawaii in June. And at that conference, it was a gathering of the Pacific judiciaries. And this topic was foremost on the agenda, on how traditions and customs can be preserved in the areas of law, and how that is probably in the fabric and the way of life for most of the islands here in the Pacific. And so in that conference, it was American Samoa, Guam, FSM, Palau, and the CNMI. We took what we gathered from that discussion, came here, and this is our way of providing an awareness to the attorneys and practitioners here in the CNMI on how to further the conversation of the strength and the importance of the Chamorro Caribbean customs and how it's embedded in our daily lives, and the importance of it being passed on, the value of language, the value of inafamalik, the value of poksai, all those concepts, poksai, mwemwe, adoptions, the different concepts in lands, preserving lands, the blood quantum, you have to be CNMI descent. Those are gifts that are handed from one generation to the next, and very important concepts that can be brought to life through action and through passing them down to the next generation. Another example is, I think it's Article 14, protects 4 or 5 islands here in the CNMI. It has to remain uninhabited so that those islands may continue to provide for the local fauna and for preservation of resources. Those are very important.
Does that include the Pagan area? Pagan?
No, I think the islands.
North of Pagan, right?
I have the list. It is, if you give me 1 second. It's Mog, Uracas, Asuncion, Guguan. It's in Article 14, Section 2. It says the island of Manigaha shall be maintained as an uninhabited place and used only for cultural and recreational purposes. The islands of Mog, Uracas, Asuncion, Guguan, and other islands specified by law shall be maintained as uninhabited places and used only for the preservation and protection of natural resources, including but not limited to bird, wildlife, and plant species. That's in our Constitution. Yes. And we're so gifted with that because there are other constitutions that don't have those protections.
Let me ask you this, Sonia. So in Hawaii, do they have these kinds of conference, the one you guys are doing?
This was the first time that the Pacific region had experienced this topic in the judicial conferences. But Hawaii has had its own state level discussions and action to pursue the indigenous people and how to pass on these traditions and customs to the next generation, and as well as expand on what is the law and what are the practices that are applicable to the law, and how to maintain that and move forward with it.
Okay, so at least it's getting there, and you guys you're taking action right now on how to, make it work using our customs and traditions. And every year you have this what do you call this, proclamation, right?
It's a cultural day. It's a cultural day event. We celebrate our staff who are very diverse.
That's right.
We keep it open. The courts are still open. The hearings are still, the sessions are still going on. But we set out our culture exhibits and different presentations in the atrium floor, the main floor. But this is the first time this year that we have included the panel event, the conversation as part of the conversation and the presentation.
I see these names, the names of the people that you guys are having, and like you mentioned, Marie Castro, you have one of our elders here.
Yes.
And you're getting, the best part of it is passing that down to our people, her knowledge and her experiences. What about from the perspective of our youth, your younger people?
We hope to have, after this round of panelists, we hope to have in the next maybe phases of bringing this type of awareness to customs and traditions law to include that group. For now, because it was our first one, we pulled the panel from those who know from years past what traditions and customs have been, what they have brought, and what they hope to see. And then in our next phases of this conversation, pull in the youth and maybe pull in the different agencies that are impacted.
That's right.
We have the Carolinian Affairs Office. That's a constitutional office. We have the different offices, the Women's Affairs Office, they also push out traditional programs for us. And so we hope to engage the different groups in future phases.
And we want to give special thanks to you for helping us with finding these elders and helping us, make sure that we have the right voices for this discussion. And in addition, we're expected to have 80 students from Cagman Elementary come to this panel. So it's going to be really exciting for them to get that to be introduced to those discussions.
So with respect, there'll be an audience for this particular first kickoff conversation. And then we also have members of the bar, the attorneys. There are those that have registered and will be attending. While it is an open event, we really like to respectfully request that people call in or let us know
to register.
Yeah, there's a registration online.
On that flyer, there's a little link at the bottom where you can click and register to secure your seat.
Yes, on that flyer. I posted up earlier for the program this morning.
Thank you.
So,
and in the event they're unable to attend in person, we do have a live stream that will be recorded on our Facebook and YouTube pages.
Oh, nice.
And then we are working with Northern Marianas College to record the event afterwards, so we have it for educational purposes.
Yes.
We're very excited, Glenn. It's our first time to do this, and it's a topic that hits home for many of us. Like I said earlier, I'm not Chamorro.
Yes.
But I had the honor of carrying two individuals who were, and my husband is from here. My in-laws are from here. And it's a very important.
Very good husband, Sonia.
Thank you.
And Patrick, when did you first arrive in Saipan?
So I arrived here last September. So I've been here for a little over a year now. And it's been a wonderful journey. Came from all the way from Texas, Houston, Texas. I missed my family here. I found a new family here with my judiciary familia. So it's been a wonderful experience working with the justices and with Sonia and with all the judiciary staff and the people here at the Marianas.
Okay. Okay, pues para todo si maniku, guahasti na aktibidad di oran alas 10, oran alas 10:30. Tilacio no business Octubre 16, 2023, quit pun CNMI Judiciary para nagwasti kompensasyon fino Chamorro dan fino Carolinian Rafaluas, no? Fiong. Okay. Pues makumbibire tolo man malefan na diskanso man halom limited seats.
We're going to try and fit as many as we can. So the only reason why we're asking for registration and calling in is so that you can have a reserve seating. Otherwise, you're welcome to come in and just
Sure. The number again, Sonia?
236-9716.
236-9716. Ngaman malifa. You guys are not affected by the austerity?
At this time, we are waiting for the governor to sign the local bill. So
I think it signed already.
It was signed already?
I think so.
Oh, that's good news.
When is the effect? October 1st. So maybe today.
Yeah, maybe today. We understand it will be today, but we haven't seen it. And so we will wait for him to act. And then we will make decisions from there.
You guys are fully funded for the 2024?
From what we've seen, no, but it is a hardship for everybody. And we have to work.
Everybody's tightening their belt now, cutting costs. Okay. Anything else, Patrick, you want to add on before we?
Sisus Mase for your time, and we really look forward to your listeners joining us next Friday.
Sure. Most of our listeners, about 95, are local natives, so we hope to have them. But if they come, if everybody comes, you won't have the place there, enough space.
We're
so they call. Okay. Thank you, Sonia. Anything, Sonia, you wanna?
I just wanna thank.
Shout out to our justices.
Shout out to our justices, our judges, our CNMI judiciary staff, the panelists, and all of and at Northern Marianas College. This is in partnership with them to help us push it out to the community, and we want to thank the Board of Regents and Dr. Galvin.
And don't forget, whatever that you guys need, I mentioned this to Justice Ilus, that Marianas Agupa, Magic 100.3, standing by, ready to get your message out in our language. So send it our way, whatever you guys have. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. We're
No
very
problem.
honored. Sidus Moasi.
Sidus Moasi. And
Olumay.
Olumay. Puspuga man malifa Fanilos, lalo bisitakan para ako ng Sabado si Sonia Camacho, si Patrick, Quimby, right? Did I say
Quimby, yes.
And thank you for coming all the way from Texas. Okay, Sidus Moasi, thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
All good, okay. Okay, daw kululu na kulo para si Ping. Si Laitay Wenog Islan Guaham. Liling niya si Ping na happy birthday loke para ito na brand si Ivy Benavente Tenorio. Special na kulo para si Ivory. Kulo loke para si Jeff Lee Kusaka. Buenas para todos loke. Tana na si Ping nagagya na way kung. Alright. Para todos sa ni maniko kalugi programa Marianas Agupa undang kululu na si Jules Mose. Bulito asunto na itadiskukuti gwini ki programata. Programa Marianas Agupa sa apa zono Agniya kompensasyon debis tasigi ha subukan mo na sa gininesti na siyempre tasoda futuro para todos dan para todos adusiya man mamamayla na henerasyon. Bonito magayad idiniskuti dan si Sonia Camacho, si Patrick Quimby, ginin CI Judiciary. Jadi epok imanotauta na mga manmalifa nati impansauno naging buhay interes nizo winigi aktibidad siya na may judiciary piyong kompensasyon wasya para pandaigi na maniluta na para pan panelists ilalim niya si Sonia dan si Patrick Terlino Olupay, Parogay Melvin Faisao, Ramon Tebotep, Cecilio Ray Kulipi, dan si Manuel Mangarero. Quit pun tradisyon Carolinian. Quit pun Samuro para kinabisabi mo neste. Costumbre dan tradisyon si Marie Castro, Marie Soledad Camacho Castro, Genevieve Cabrera, Joey San Nicolas, si Dono Mendiola. The Parominador is Tomas Magnolia II. Bonito na programa iparogay gi kwetpo ni Justicia gi business talo Octubre dia 6, 2023. Pues sa lingua interes mizo, ano guato niya panmamaising question, sa siya pansitbi ito siya na question, sa siya mausag para umapesa, apa siya na asunto manggay gigipison justisya. Kasi hindi kayo na mapatos di kadasakan masililibra Cultural Heritage Month Fananisti. The ultimo mo pago September dia 30. Talo para saludo para si Sonia Camacho dan si Patrick Quimby. Alright? Nige ino na konversasyon para po ino na pago na Sabado. Okay, wagwa di tempo ini na isinyata istira i hap kita langus pago na Sabado. Wag ini humalom na guahat tigef klaro giza tinian au sino giza luta i radio lo nangatana maligreno Mr. Chris Inos niligya iti luta na tigef klaro zata ligreno papa so sinago na zata sigya mo na kini basya halong girin as delegate kilili importante testi na informasyon siya manahalong Rihado ti paisin ti Sonia Laguaha sa lapi maktu paisin na may judiciary. Na pwede man kinatsumo na isin na may judiciary na aktibidad niya sa Aguaha no Guaha sa lapi 536 pesos pero ano na aguato stay isin na may judiciary. This the asunto mental health collaboration. Zani West Care lo. Ili po magato paisin si Sonia lo. Nige. Pag umuhuzo yan ang opisina ng delegate kilili para guwato isi na may judiciary. I otro wini guahalo po siya no manhuhuzong siya informasyon na importante para sige mo na umaatan tayo mano na para upan masabas siya inatungtong yalong gobernamento ta at kumo public school system nagwa siya manggugunggo na timan mananay siya nukwi na pondo 25% sigun ginin gagi gipapay constitution na tudo sa lapi na i-budget siya na may para suli 25%. O sa trivia gwa siya ti mapapasiwato sa ginin enaw na isiga man atungtong siya sa bulan ni Sidar gi siya mauno na departamento gwazi tinahong gwazi manasua bazen niya yung taygwini so nigi siya man masusesidi to di tinahong okay magandang tatsubi pa buenas yes guapon Zutti Papa buenas yes guapon Zutti Mogi Celo inon mo Yes, umuka. Consigue mo na. Okay, non mo gusto kito nga. Consigue mo na. Okay, si Luz Fonse, no? Mr. Kitua? Okay, nasa hang up pa si Mr. Kitua. Carolina, nililing niya. No, sigun ginin kinimprende ko no Mr. Kitua, ene Carolina no tauto Carolinas, na? No, tungo hazi ma-referia bueno ki papa i-constitution ko itauto Carolina sa pat sumasaw na tauto no Palau pat Punape pat mono na Lo ini kinin pengeku bueno da ginong Hong fa paisin. Tutuwe pumalu siya guahan no outro siya kinin pendinya. Pudi mas siguro bula manggai kunin na ginin Carolina. So ini Canada na saku kinin enosia na matsuli siguro na holom constitution. Lo manggai enosia na kwit pun tau wis kini islata mansauno gini tutuhun gini istoryata na ini siguro na man gaigi kumaha publikun Carolinian gini ini na manggaigi na magiging tapos pago na tempo manhita muna no maadapta dito esta na manhita gaigi papa constitution adensyon na sa kamatso na mana holong di ta constitution Carolinian affairs pues man tuk holong na maniluta sa muro sa manita pa man gaigis man sauna pues tisnya no para solo matulay kay constitution no ini ipresenti pa dito na bumahay na grupo itatungo kau di man mamamala na tempo para mana kuha constitutional amendment para umana saunaw no FSM umana gua loki kajuno FSM affairs office ditatungo enosia iban mamamala na tempo kung umatulay kay constitution jo kan tuk enosia loki kita na para decide na tano kau nahong no kaunahong tantus yang salantay bueno para ukinat gamo na tinilay ka langin guaha tinilay ka o sino guaha man malago iman ang tawta tinilay ka ipino haliman todo sinya masyati sinya ungaman malefan enaw hati sinya ides na pinago Diyos ungaman malefan enaw hati sinya samo idis wala, zatapan sige muna zangin gwa ha question ito tsago sa pino kaya nagka-transfer pa ni stilo ko si Luta gwa man hanggang gini na gwa tikla klaro chelo dispensa ha no wala desti makiniliya gini alum station ay yumapatsa no pwede no bibingding dan ditutumbo este okay wala ba na ki honesty izota no pwede ha bibingding sa ditutumbo este gisan hizo magic 100.0 kinakadesti muna sa gwa problema ki transmission Spensa sinya un review esti ki online gi an monadali programa o sino humalo mo gi Marianas Agupa YouTube Facebook live esti YouTube zan tune in radio okay pusa ala dapat sudah esti buenas celo
good morning Glenn
good morning Loki Panhago
kagi si Phil gini dan esti like that dan dress na penan the question na esti na para anonymous
okay
ya the molection na dulu para kita todo jani to penan de lengge ni ko no apna penan no need because we can't to clean na clean nung line esti anonymous anyway Glenn I'm very happy now because they have the Bayshore line and also Luton Tinian. Yes, our government is doing good. Legislature in the Senate, they're very good. Glenn, and let's work together for our people, no?
Ulay, debita uway na ajuda si Zeus Mase.
Yeah, na ajuda. Sa tumataga, tada minago, and we have to love each other and pay each other.
Esta, si Zeus Mase.
Thank you, Glenn. Tada nananggalan, ito mo siya na.
Esta disti vapos niya na si Mona. Contact na eh.
Okay.
Masawali so nagigo na magto sempre maagan mo.
Okay.
Esta.
Okay.
Alright then, está.
Jesus Masi dan ita todo ni bupalo somoru lupa tinya.
Está
Thank
si
you very
Jesus
much.
Masi.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, po sa nige, apa ni elus na asunto no wala day na iti klaro hujung lo tatatsagi mo na sti para ta adjust sti makinata. Lo sinya imbiram zu tati ke i YouTube. Sige kinakat ga todo do karena tak seamless zu di suka tiumuzo tena capture ini di YouTube. Waktu na makina sti buku na vini hujung terus begitu catch di karitamu pusinya hak ini catch di segitu di YouTube, alright? O sinimbat kuno wana tayo na tagministi makinata. Alright, pues para todo lu samsu tak lu naman itu bigyan sa dulu si Jesus Masi. Wah siya gwini manggaigi sa lalagnusa hujung in hahalum gwini di the Washington DC. Kaya si wala gatitik gue. Gua siya man masusesidi lokwe. Pwede di budget may mananangga na antisa di sa tangmat pogo. Do walo kwi masusesidi gi interi mundo akan elus. Do iskia igan sabalo na umuzum uno na Filipino zaha utut italin ajoy umustitini Spratly Island i mamati mapatinosi artificial mamati na flow dali niya na navigational hazard terus ditungo ko ni na panbubo si Xi Jinping na mautubuan na izonya imama artificial reef na Halindero is Spratly Islands and Pilipinas is a Philippine country. Mauno nagagi lindero niya gizo na tasi mautodwan si Xi Jinping na Italinya na sumusteti ni umaangkla papa imamati. Pues umuzo esti uno na Filipino dalinya para utot za para una suwazo na mamati sa navigational hazard. Ini breaking news paguguha titugo ko para wano mas no problema ginin eno. Malak na tatsulis ti ginin Island Guam. Buenas, inan mo por favor. Oh, Ping. Okay. Ping. Good morning tayo. Okay. Aha. Aha. Udah. Okay, está si Jesus Masi. Está. Okay, ako lo kete. Alright, bonito na Ginetti. Kay taping wenong gigat ko na isla Guam. Alright, nagagafan na ta, pinini na ta, tatsagya fan umawakan si Senate President that get an update.
Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning, Senate President. No, just to get an update, apa ito ta budget masign ta?
No, I haven't gotten an update. Actually, I'm getting ready to head out to a speaking engagement at Catman High School.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find out, 'cause I know there's I just received a link from KUAM.
Okay.
So I guess they're holding a press conference. I sent you the link.
Okay.
I just sent you the link.
Esta
So
si
can you
Jus.
check your WhatsApp?
Esta si Jus Mose.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Esther.
Ito ta Senate President no para tinani niya lo kwi lo sa pigumahan no diniskuti ko para ma-sign off i-budget sa esta sige mo na maripasa na Attorney General na titatungo ko mo na zan. Lo sige para kinadga mo na i-formalidad na submission gobernamento. Okay? I-otro lo kwi gwini importante na para tafaisin lo kwi si Mr. Orsini yung kan magay. No importante na apa na para umasu i gobernamento dinansya si ping medyo. Za apa juno itay gwini na kinalamting mo na. No iloya siyempre naging man asuit kwet po ni Kote, iloya, man mama sa lapi. Paki itong kiko, itaw-taw, siyempre, ipubliko sa mausay pondo para ma-apasi ang bigaw. Buenas, Mr. Orsini.
Buenas.
Good morning, buenas. Pabay-fay sino, agayyaw ki Airi, ki presente po ako. Pabay-fay sino, just to ask you, what's the talk of the town about the PSS suing the government? Sinya undescribe pa, no, Mr. Orsini? What's going on with the PSS thinking about suing our government? It's your personal opinion as a member of the state board.
As a member, no?
Yes. Yes, ganyo gi Marianas Agupa talk show.
Oh, okay. I think I could make some little comment on
Yes,
that.
just a little comment on that.
Okay.
You are an elected official, right? Yes, go ahead.
Wednesday, Mr. Raimonia, tuloy ito ito Marianas. Sige, bago na yung kataatan muna na yung recent na action ni board ni Super Manhattan.
Yes.
So, pagwaw na board member na may sangan todo na yung magkaib na ito na di ano bago ni patatsekwi sa i-tiki pinulkwentos na i-timing na ti magay na yung natin na si bago i-budget i-sinamay na yung pumauto to the working hours yung legislature dyan i-hapos i-judicial okay material okay the central government ipaw na presente na i-PSS na that's we're the only na department na ipaw na even as a sector ang presti pumauti or i-emplea paw for the reason na wagwa sipla na federal na salapita na senator na Mississippi na for the meantime to liko na unya na we want to work with the government leaders looking na i-governo sa legislatura na pataatan sti muna na sa sti pamagunta na ito manskwela na it's the most important na and taja funding tinawag na funding na ito sa mano patatutunin looking muna na sti eskwela ni pamagun so sila liko na guard and alternate board member na kita sa pagpapalid ng mga guide and kasi na posisyon na and we just want to be respectful paturi tao-tao looking at them today Marianas na is the public decision ni po manafekta sa una winning na ipataaka na and saying kaso and mo on STD mapus na masakuri na i-board na magagagaw i-judiciary po mauso ruling na ST Pago na 2023 na budget mapus ST pata upusistan ang ST Pago 2024 puna siguro na nanong ijota funding na lo if August sa timatisidi no August September ST na mapus na meeting Pago and Malofan October 1st about holiday holiday then the problem is going to be more puentes mas tungkol na problema sa energy problem since 2015 ni ma-affecta just what do you call it referendum ni ma-increase from 15% to 25% the overall budget right PSS na is lalagyan ng problem and nagsikasi board na matsulit na posisyon ikoti sa people man na Holland voted from 2015 2016, 17, 18, 19, all the way to ST Parliament President. Anything na guahan, titinan, hindi man manayang complete na yung funding, hindi pago sa field tarko and hindi pago ito ko concern sa, you know, binahaso, okay na yung nabupula, okay, manayang niya, okay, hindi man matututut, hindi just, sa estudyante ni magagi yung publiko na skwela pago na at siya mas indirectly if you know kwento na manafekta siya okay pamunta na sa apat na nanong imanay na ni siya pagwesti pag na tempo todo kwagwen sa todo kumukulo gas din kuno todo na fata nano po manalala luki familia so that is the thing na yung Mr. Magnolia by all of Paulo yung todo binahudyo sa sige Paulo David tatatay na tapanagutin ka na tapanadyo na gini sa MBA dyan ni office ni CPA, tuda sa malili na tinanong sa tourism ni kumukulo tabi na and we're not there yet. So after at the Talofan is the pandemic na second pandemic tamo na no tuda man affect this thing. So this is what I'm saying na precision niya Paulo timing ni patatsobis this is a very critical decision that I'm taking right now na
Ule, thank you. Esta si Zeus Masi na lang para Betsulia izombulo apa zolo comment no iguahan no za bonito na pinuupa ko na sa mo. Puli ora si Zeus Masi, Mr. Sini. Okay, thank you. Esta zamela panelo sa tapan sige muna gwela gatete kumugagaygiha esta manta utso. No, nalo bis sinuta penas esta no iora kana mapatunay para tapan adingo wa para un repasa bueno gi aptusangan pago
Glenn bonito principalmente ese gini ni justicia gini ni kotti na ma susunig mona na para honra si kultura da janggen gua familia hasasangan gen talonia uma honra ko experiencia no mismo familiar za gua uno mata ya papa si tatao ha honra ifino tatanya zano hatsuli papa gi naftanya pues importante ni gi nata aplica gi hilo kulturata za ta honra za tanasia za nafana lai nilai americano za uta ta praktika gi za hita gini magi na bindantano pues maulik o sa puputay no za pwede o fama fruta amonisinya na sinadik. Si Zeus Masi bonito todo descontamento para pago na sabalo.
Alright, dan para hogulopi dan i maniduta gano gi Island Guaham si Zeus Masi. Uli ora panelos magtitin ko na para tigutsum sigwela agatete kalan matsutsuda iketon niya pago na sabalo lo bonito si duta siya i haistira para pago na sabalo da esta otro sabalo talo ginin igadbo na Island Guaham itsiluta sigwela agatete sa kukubriha luta bonito sa humalo itsiluta si Senator Singh gininigadbo na Island Tinian unggan sige po na halasan to siya na oportunidad puti manholo ni militar di Island Tinian da siya manakwahay na aktibidad Ultimate Fighting Championship. May para tatani siya ipamagunta o training Gasinya gumawa ka ekonomiya niya, bueno, so pagsuwa giito na hinasu iparawpan losbon di bandan at kahod zan bineno siya. The bonito na effort, the pwede ginin siya na kwetpo si Mr. Alvarez dan si Mr. Sin, Black Spur training ground when kita tinian ma-continua daw maulig muna. Ito sago ko, sa ginati lagi tati si Duta si Sidoro, sa Pimanita, talo. Iwata kini si Duta. Pag-rest kita muna no hindi hinimlota kata noy lo ki oportunidad iman mamamala siya henerasyon pwede uwaha suli na interes para tasige mo na pumaktika hila na nota may sinya naman aningan ipinut sa muros sa gilid i-convention dari natingan na para tasuna iputuro para tuludusit sa ni mamayla siya Talo sin mas, kuwang si Glenn H. Manglo niya. Inagay sa, inapamol itan pas para tulo do santo a Dios, esta uto sabalo. Si Jesus mase, wala gatete, esta uto sabalo tali si Duta. Alright? Thank you so much, Talo.